You're welcome back to the Gavel. As one era ends, another begins, and I'm talking about the expiration of the 7th Assembly and the beginning of the 8th Assembly. The 8th Assembly is to be inaugurated on Tuesday, June 9th, and one of the things which federal lawmakers will be doing immediately after the inauguration is to elect principal officers. Principal officers like the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, the Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. Now, the level of politicking and horse trading for these seats have intensified in the last few days leading up to the expiration of the 7th Assembly. Now, those who are vying for the seats, for these various seats, have been speaking to journalists at different events. Watch. The 7th Assembly has officially expired, and it's now time for the 8th Assembly to resume come Tuesday, June 9th, 2015. With the 8th Assembly set to resume in a matter of days, the race to clinch the seats of the principal officers of a National Assembly has reached fever pitch. High-level politicking and horse trading has been going on in the National Assembly. The key candidates vying for the seat of the Senate President have been speaking to journalists at separate events on why they are best suited for the job.
Going to this step of seeking to provide leadership is a continuation of the journey that we have started. And it's about that. It's about how can we meet the promises that we have given to Nigerians, and not about also sharing ticket, or what do you call the thing? Joint tickets. Honestly, it's not about that. It's about who best can help us in achieving some of the things we have promised a lot of people. We think it's all about capacity, visionary leadership, integrity and commitment to be able to deliver. I think as a country we've made a lot of mistakes in the past where we have made do with mediocrity. We have not looked at people who we believe have what it takes to deliver. We've allowed other factors and sentiments, and we have paid very dearly for it. I think we have learned from what has happened in the last few years to see the importance of having people that have the capacity to lead wherever they come from, irrespective of what religion they worship, irrespective of what language they speak. Well, what is important now for us as a country is to make Nigeria work.
At a separate interaction with journalists, a federal lawmaker spoke on why some lawmakers have thrown their weight behind the candidacy of Senator Ahmed Lawan for Senate President.
Our candidate for Senate presidency is the only one in which two zones actually went out publicly, held meetings and endorsed. Senator Ahmed Lawan was endorsed by the Southwest Senate Caucus of the APC and also by the Northwest Caucus of the APC. Now, the Southwest has 13 members under APC, and the Northwest has 20 members under APC. That alone is 26 members. Now, nobody out of those zones came out to deny the fact that there were caucuses, 33, that there were caucuses and he was endorsed. And this is to tell you that no matter what percentage it is that disagree or are not on board, it must be a very small, insignificant number. Now, the other two zones that have many senators of the APC, which is the Northeast and the North Central, this is the territory where the contestants are. Therefore, obviously, there will be a divided number of votes in these two zones. What proportion it will be, we would like you to see on that day when we parade all our members.
I believe that I've learned a lot from the presiding officers in the House, where I had to watch the experience of 3 speakers of the House. And I've also watched and closely, very closely related with the current presiding officers of the Senate. I've done that for the last 8 years. So I believe that I have garnered sufficient experience. But I want to assure you that majority of the PDP senators-elect are on this ticket. That is to say, that they have a preference for us. We have already shown the world who we are. That is the Senate President designate and the Deputy Senate designate. Others who are running are not able to do so. And we believe that this is the highest level of giving the people, our senators elect, the opportunity, the chance to make up their minds who their presiding officers should be.
The lawmakers in the race have both claimed that they have the support of majority of the APC senators in the upper chamber. Nigerians are eagerly awaiting the resumption of the 8th Assembly to see who would emerge as the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Now, this is where we draw the curtains for this week's edition of the Gavel. If you have any views on any of the issues discussed, please email us on thegavel@channelstv.com. Thank you for staying with us and see you again next week.